A very pleasant evening to you all, my dear participants. Happy to gather over here for this ESG BRSR meet. In today's session, we are jumping into the practicals of ESG BRSR. Until now, we had seen the theoretical aspects and seen that ESG is a global framework, whereas BRSR is the Indian counterpart for it. And BRSR is a metric, the numericals of it. Now, the BRSR report has been made mandatory, so it is made compliant. And we have seen that the top 1,000 companies registered in NSE or BSE, SEBI, are required to submit this BRSR reports. So accordingly, these BRSR reports have been uploaded and we can see them. It is available in public domains in NSE. So in today's session, I will show you practically how to go and see these BRSR reports in the website. So so here you can see the NSE website, where we have got NSE India in companies listing. We have got corporate filings as business sustainability reports. And here we have got a huge list of all companies which have submitted their reports, and we can see their PDF files also here, 22.2 MB, 476 KB or so. We can download this for whatever duration we want, and we can see their reports. It's open to all. It is open for educational purposes, and it is also open for research purposes. So I have already downloaded this, and I will show you what this BRSR Excel sheet looks like. So this is the BRSR equities Excel sheet. So here we can see that there are various companies. Names of companies are here: Poonawalla FinCorp, Coromandel, and so Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, and so. So from year and 2 year of this BRSR reports are given. And here we have got the direct PDF links of all the BRSR reports. The original date of submission is also given here. So you can see that 2 companies have submitted their reports today, Poonawalla and Coromandel. Whereas yesterday, Emphasis and Capacity Infra Projects have submitted them. So we will, before entering into what these PDFs would look like, we will first see the template of BRSR. So here I have already downloaded this. The link of this I will send to you in the group, in WhatsApp group. You can verify it and you can also utilize it. You can download it and see it. So this is the template of BRSR reports. So this has got 3 sections. Section 1 consisting of general disclosures. Section 2 consisting of management and process disclosures. And section 3 principle-wise performance. These are the 3 sections present in this BRSR report or reporting format. And for today, we'll focus only on section A. This is the basic general disclosures of a company. We'll see what these are. The first one is CIN, Corporate Identity Number. For any company which is listed in NSE or BSE, this number is available with them, and companies are required to produce this number here. And the next one is name of the listed entity. Sorry, the listed entity in the sense name of the company which has been listed in stock market. So that name, it could be Reliance India Limited, or it could be Reddy's Lab, or anything. Year of incorporation, in which year this entity or company has started, is given here. It could be in any year, 1970, 1950, 2010, 2024, anything. Registered office address is given. Similarly, corporate address is to be provided. Email, telephone number, website of the entity or the company. Financial year for which the reporting is being done, 24 to 25 or 25 to 26. Next, 10th is name of the stock exchange where the shares are listed. It could be NSE or BSE. Two major entities in India. Paid up capital. Paid up capital is the amount of capital the shareholders have invested into the entity. Number of shares into price of each share. That gives the total paid up capital given to that company by the shareholders. That amount is written here as paid up capital. 12th one is name and contact details of the person who may be contacted in case of any queries on the BRSR report. This is given. Reporting boundary. The boundary of reporting is divided into two things: organizational boundary and executional boundary. So it is otherwise called as operational boundary also. Organizational boundary in the sense physically where the organization is located, what are the various subsidiaries present for it, what are the holdings present, joint ventures or such things are given here. Whereas the operational boundary, what kind of operations are done here? Oil and natural gas means extraction of oil or natural gas from the core of the earth. Textile industry, what kind of operations go there? Those boundaries are disclosed here in organizational and operational boundaries. Organizational is physical, operational is the exact activities which take place inside it. And the 14th one is name of assurance provider. Assurance provider was made mandatory only this year. So it is not sufficient that an entity presents its BRSR reports to the public or to SEBI. It should have got an assurance. Assurance in the sense a third party or a verifier body, verifying and validation body, VVB, examines all the reports and it assures that whatever has been stated by this entity are true. Verification and validation is done by this company. This is called assurance. And we have in India a few assurance companies such as Deloitte, SGS, and so Big Fours, as well as a few others. Totally not more than, it's just in a few numbers. Just one digit numbers we can say. And the 15th one is type of assurance provided. The assurance is of two types: limited assurance and reasonable assurance. Limited assurance in the sense assurance which is not so very deep, whereas reasonable assurance, very deep, very in-depth analysis is done and it is provided. So the type of assurance is also to be specified here. And the 16th one is details of business activities. Name of the activity, description of the activity, turnover, percentage turnover of the entity of this. Products or services sold by the entity. Oil and natural gas, it is oil. If it is domestic products, domestic products. Textiles, clothes and ready-made products. Such things are provided here. And in NIC, National Industrial Classification Code is also provided. It is present for each company. That is provided. And percentage of total turnover contributed by each product is given here against this serial number and the product. And the various operations that take place are also given here. This is in 18th. International and national. Number of plants present nationally and number of them present internationally. Number of officers present, the total of them, all these are given here. And the number of markets served by the entity. Number of locations nationally and internationally is provided here. The contribution of exports as percentage of total turnover, this percentage is given here. And a brief on types of customers, it's also given here. The next one is about employees. Details as at the end of the financial year. So employees present in this entity. Employees and workers. Employees are those who are in the payrolls and those who are white collar job employees. These employees could be in general. These employees could be in general managers, managerial. Whereas workers, they are workers at the ground root level. So male and female workforce is to be provided here. All this is made public. Any company will have to disclose this and it has to be made public. And differently abled employees and workers are also presented here, and the numbers of them in terms of their permanency is also given here, permanent employees or non-permanent employees. And in 21st serial number, we present the number of representation of women in all the workforces, in the board of directors, in key management personnel. These numbers are provided here. The 22nd serial number is about turnover rate of permanent employees and workers. So turnover rate means number of employees who move out of the company and those who are required to replace that position in the company. That number we call as turnover. So this turnover rate in terms of male and female, in terms of permanent employees and permanent workers, all these details are given here. And the next one is about holding, subsidiary, associate companies, and joint ventures. Names of holdings, subsidiaries, associate companies, and joint ventures. What are these? Holding means a company which controls another company. For example, if I speak of RIL, Reliance India Limited, the company and another company, say a company by name B, which is being controlled by Reliance. You call this, then you call that Reliance is the holding company. And the company B is subsidiary, that is, it is being controlled by the holding company. Holding company is the company which controls, subsidiary is the one which is getting controlled by the company. How is this known, whether it is being controlled or controlled, or whether it controls? It is known by the number of percentage of shareholders. More than 50% of shareholders, if they are present, then that becomes the deciding factor. And the next one is associate companies. Associate companies are companies which are associated with the main company, but they don't have any control over there. There is no control, whereas it is just its presence is there, its influence is there, but it is not associate. It doesn't control it. And the next one is joint ventures. Joint ventures are those companies which have control. Both the companies have equal control. Such companies we call as joint ventures. So we provide a list of all these companies by serial numbers, names of these companies, and whether we mention whether they are holdings or subsidiaries or associate companies or joint ventures. The percentage of shares held by it is mentioned here, and it is also mentioned whether they participate in the BRSR initiatives also. So the next one is about CSR details, corporate social responsibility. So a company is not about just making profits for its own. It has got a responsibility for the environment, for the community, for the society and the country, for people on the whole. So this is something to be done voluntarily, and it is also mandatory. Compliance is there for CSR. As per industrial regulation rules, CSR has got compliance, but there are some eligibility conditions for this. A company is eligible for doing CSR activities, and it should mandatorily do CSR if its annual turnover is more than 1,000 crores, or if its net worth is 500 crores, or if its net profit is more than 5 crores. If any one of these conditions is satisfied, then it is under obligation and compulsion. It has got a compliance to do CSR. 2% of its net profit has to be spent on CSR activities like community services, roads and buildings laying, plantation of trees, and such activities. The next one is about, so here we mention here how much is the turnover, how much the net worth is, and other details are mentioned here in 24. And the next one is about transparency and disclosure compliances, complaints and grievances. So any there will be no company or nothing will be there without complaints and grievances. So all these complaints and grievances also have to be recorded and presented here for each financial year, and also the measures that were taken to overcome them, to mitigate them and to resolve them are also to be provided here in this BRSR report. So this is to be done by the communities, investors, shareholders, employees, customers, value chain partners, and also others. Right. So the next one is overview of entities' material responsible business conduct issues. Materiality. Materiality means it's a term which puzzles a lot in general, but it's very simple. Something that matters is called materiality. Very simple terms. For me, whatever matters is my materiality. For a textile industry, amongst all, the maximum materiality is water. Without water, it can't function. So materiality is water is its materiality. For an IT industry, data. Data is important. So materiality for it is data. So in this also there are two things, that is risks and opportunities. Risks in the sense what climatic changes are a risk, because extremes of climate can disrupt the value chain. Its market prices the raw material prices may increase and it may not reach the company in time. So these are risks, whereas the same can be turned into opportunities. For example, energy prices going up can be considered a risk, and an opportunity is turning into or going to renewable energy. If you can change to renewable energy resources, if you step into renewable energy, you have turned your risks into opportunities. So that way, we need to identify and mention here the various material issues there, whether we need to whether it is a risk or opportunity, and the rationale for identifying it or classifying it. So how do you say whether it is exactly a risk or whether it is an opportunity? And in case you perceive it as a risk, what measures do you take to mitigate it? Financial implications of the risk are also given here. So these are the aspects to be presented in 26th serial number. So this is about section A. Section B and section C will stop temporarily here in section A. Now we will see how some major leaders, some major industries fill this BRSR report. We will take the case study of Reliance India Limited. This is an open source BRSR report. Anybody can see this. It is open for educational purposes. It is open for even research purposes. We can analyze it, see it, and investors can take decisions based on the information given here. So let's run through this first section alone of this BRSR. I have separated 13 pages alone, section A alone of Reliance India. So let us see this here. So as you see, the table of contents given here, section A, general disclosures from page 2 to page 24. In section page 24, section B starts management and process disclosures. Management means it's about how you plan things, how you organize it, and how you exactly control people. That is management about. And process it, how exactly it is done is called process. So management and process disclosures are given in section B. In this session, we are not focusing on that. We are focusing only on section A. Whereas section C will be on principle-wise performance disclosures. This also we'll see in the next sessions. So now coming to section A now. See here, this is section A. So we have seen earlier that serial number 1 should consist of corporate identity number, CIN. So see, it is given here, L17 and something, ending with 786. So this is CIN number. Name of the listed entity, Reliance India Limited, RIL. Year of incorporation, it was incorporated in 1973. Registered office, it is at Nariman Point, Mumbai. Corporate address is also given. It's also in Nariman Point, Mumbai. Email address is given. Telephone number is given. Website is given. Financial year for which this reporting year is being done, 24 to 25 is given here. Name of the stock exchange, it is BSE as well as NSE, National Stock Exchange of India. Both BSE and NSE have this Reliance India listing. Paid up capital is 13,532 crores. Paid up capital in the sense, the amount of money the stakeholders, all stakeholders put together, both international as well as Indian stakeholders have given or contributed to the company. It is 13,532 crores. Name and contact details of the person who may be contacted. It's given here, Raj. And the boundaries are also given here. So reporting boundary and operational boundaries are given here. And name of the assurance provider, Deloitte. Deloitte is the assurance provider. I told you that there are other things as well, such as SGS and other things. The type of assurance given is reasonable assurance. So I told you earlier that there are two types of assurances, limited assurance and reasonable assurance. Limited is limited one, only nominally it would be there, and reasonable is very detailed one. So reasonable assurance is being given here. So coming to the next serial number 16th, various products and services. Description of main activity, oil to chemicals, O to C. So this contributes 92% of turnover of the entity. So Reliance is all majorly about oils to chemicals. Oil and gas, it is 4.51% of the total turnover. So similarly, coming to the next 17th serial number, products and services sold by the entity. So production of LPG, gas, illuminating oils, lubricants, and other things. The code of it is given, National Industrial Code is given, NIC, classification code, and the turnover of it is 65%. Similarly, plastics, it is 13%. Synthetic aromatic products, 8%. And offshore extraction of natural gas. So the least one is manufacture of other plastic products, NEC, that is 0.03%. So these are the various products and services by Reliance India Limited. And now where are they located nationally and internationally? The number of plants are 15 in India and number of offices are 62, totaling to 77. And markets served by the entity, international and national, it is given. National is 35 states. International countries, 108. So what is the percentage of contribution of exports? 50.92% is exported. The rest of it is used domestically. Right. So this is about the 18th serial number. And coming to the C part of the 18th serial number, a brief on types of customers. So the types of customers are domestic oil marketing companies, international oil companies, oil majors, pharmaceuticals, upholstery. These are the various types of customers that Reliance India is serving. So coming to the next serial number 20. We have seen 19. Coming to the next serial number 20. So the number of employees are given here, permanent, male, female. So the total number of employees are 39,158 employees. And the number of workers are 3,545 workers. And differently abled employees, 13. Differently abled workers, 24. So representation of women, its board of directors consists of 14, whereas key managerial personnel 12. The percentages are also given here. Turnover rate, that is number of employees leaving the company and those that are required to be filled into the company. That details are also given here. Now we see the 23rd serial number, which says about holdings, subsidiary, associate companies, and joint ventures. We have seen the difference between these all. Holding is the company which controls, and another company. Subsidiary is the one which gets controlled by the holding. Associate company is one which doesn't hold control, but which has got an influence, whereas joint venture has got equal control. Both of them have got equal control. So here we see that 7 India Convenience Retail Limited, it's a subsidiary. Yes, it is given here, subsidiary in the sense It is controlled by Reliance. Whereas 7 India is being controlled by Reliance. Reliance controls 7 India. So percentage of shares held 100%. So here we see various companies, C Square Info Solutions, Dronagiri, and see here, Ethane Coral Limited, Faradon, Grab a Grub Service. So here we have got several of such companies, and most of them we can see that they are all subsidiaries. It's given S here, it's written S here. So several of these companies, it's going to more than 236 here. And as you go to the next page, it has crossed 285 companies. All of them are subsidiaries. And as I go to the next page here, I come up to 291, which is subsidiary, whereas 292 Alok Industries Limited, it's a joint venture. JV is given here. So India Gas Solutions Private Limited, it's a joint venture. So the percentage of shares is also given here, and associate is Bajaj Telefilms Limited. It's an associate. The percentage of it also is given here. So this way, every detail is to be presented in this BRSR report. Now coming to the next one, CSR details. Community social corporate social responsibility details. Since the turnover of this Reliance India is 5,57,163 crore rupees, it is under compliance to do CSR activities, and it does CSR activities. The net worth of it is 4,96,889 crores. So coming to the next one, complaints and grievances, 25th one. See, any company will have complaints and grievances. So complaints we received from communities, it's 0 here. From investors, it is 0. Whereas from shareholders, 2,000 complaints are there, 2,087, and number of them pending is 0. That means they have resolved it all. All these complaints received from shareholders have got resolved. The employees and workers, no complaints or grievances. From customers, there are grievances. And 96 are yet pending. They are not yet resolved here. So this is about the serial number 25. Coming to this serial number 26, which is materiality. Materiality is something which matters. So here we see that there are risks as well as opportunities. So innovation and technology, it is seen as an opportunity here. Without innovation, no company would prosper and grow. So innovation and technology is a intricate part of Reliance India Limited. Energy efficiency, operations, raw material, security, sustainable supply chain, customer satisfaction, community development, business ethics, talent management, labor management, data privacy, diversity, equality and inclusion, regulatory issues and compliance, climate change. Climate change is both a risk as well as an opportunity. Left to itself, it is a risk, whereas if you can strategically work on it by creating renewable energy, creating eco-friendly materials, deploying innovative technologies, through implementing these strategies, this risk can be turned into an opportunity. Similarly, with water and effluent management, water scarcity is a risk, whereas water recycling and efficient practices of water management would become a resource opportunity. Managing environmental impacts, ecosystem and biodiversity, all these are turned into opportunities, whereas risks are always there. Waste management and circular economy. Circular economy is cradle to cradle analysis, cradle to cradle. So circular economy and waste management practices, health, safety, and employee well-being. I will tell you all the details in the PPT, next PPT, which I'll be showing you. Disaster preparedness and management, security and asset management. So these are all pertaining to serial number 26. So this will be the end of section A of Reliance India Limited for this financial year. Now, I think you got a concise or brief idea of what a BRSR report would look like, and how a leading company, Reliance India Limited, has presented this. Now we'll see the analysis of this, what exactly this is. So here we see this PPT. I have prepared this PPT on Reliance India Limited. So if you see this, Purpose at scale, executive briefing of RIL, Reliance India Limited, business responsibility and sustainability report. So the driving India's progressive future, the motto of Reliance India Limited is we care. So what do they care? They care each and every person in India, every Indian. Every decision is strategically aligned with advancing India towards the vision of Viksit Bharat, a developed India. We create wealth for India while enhancing the quality of life for every Indian. See here how they do this: economic wealth creation, environmental stewardship, and social inclusion. All these put together converge to give long-term value for all stakeholders. So the details which we have seen there in that report, the financials, 5,57,163 crores of rupees is the turnover, and the net worth of it is given here. And the market reach is 108 international markets are served, and 50% of it all, more than 50 of it all, is exported. And 77 national operational locations are present for this REL. And oil and gas, oil to chemicals, O2C, this is the major contributor in the turnover, 92%. The next one is oil and gas, and others contribute to 3.45%. We have already discussed this in the earlier report. So human capital and demographics also, we saw the total workforce is 39,000 odd employees, whereas some are permanent and others are non-permanent. Worker segment is given here. Gender diversity is given here. Differently abled person, employees, numbers are given here. So here there is another thing: fosterity, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So women are given equal importance or even higher importance. Reliance Shakti. This is about a second career program for women returning after a career break. After a career break, women get back to business, get back to helping Reliance India Limited, yes, employees and executional positions. The stage 2 is about R Adya, dedicated developmental journey and mentoring for high caliber women. High caliber women are given prominence here. And leadership, inclusive leadership trainings are given here. This is a progressive and inclusive workplace that leverages diverse perspectives for breakthrough thinking. So the stakeholder engagement ecosystem is given here. Reliance Central Redressal, it redresses communities, customers, shareholders, value chain partners, employees, and investors. All these people's complaints are taken, they are resolved and properly dealt with. The strategic materiality framework is given here: environmental, social, and business governance, ESG. So energy efficiency, climate change, managing environmental impacts, water and effluent, ecosystem biodiversity, waste management. So these are the various stewardship or various materiality aspects. And risk mitigation is done, which is shown in red, whereas it is seen as a value opportunity, which is given in green here. So this way we can see that there are various materiality aspects of environment, social, and governance. See, cyber security, regulatory compliance, disaster preparedness, security and asset management, all these are given here. So climate and energy resilience, there is a threat always, physical and transitional threat, net zero pressures are there, climate related disruptions are there. And how is it mitigated? Through rigorous site level energy audits and benchmarking against international petrochemical sites. These are the mitigation measures, a few for example. And the financial and business opportunities, investing in renewable energy, biofuels, electric vehicle infrastructure. These are the business opportunities present. And the result of doing all this is diversified portfolio. Reduced input costs and alternative revenue streams are generated. These are the results. So thus climate and energy resilience is achieved. Similarly, ecosystems and circular economy, water management, biodiversity, and circularity. So maximizing recyclability by using advanced water technologies, biodiversity, to create a net positive impact Net zero is making a balance, striking a balance out of the total emissions produced and sequestering them or removing them from the atmosphere. We call net zero. Whereas net positive here means removing more than what is being produced, what greenhouse gases, GHGs, or pollution. So removing more of pollution from the atmosphere and from the globe than what is being produced by this company results in net positivity. So that is the goal of RIL. Circularity, resource efficiency. So what initiatives have been taken? PET bottles recycling, waste to road, waste materials are utilized in roads and pavements, waste to oil technologies are being adopted. So this way circularity is achieved, cradle to cradle. And securing the future is done through upstream security as well as in forward momentum. So long-term crude contracts across multiple geographies, sourcing arbitrage in the sense purchasing goods or products at a lower price at one place and selling them at a higher price, same product, same goods, selling them at a higher price at another place. We call this arbitrage. So arbitrage of crude, for example, we are purchasing it from Russia, whereas we are selling it to Middle East countries, even European countries. So this way we have leveraged. This we call as arbitrage. And Vinyl's project implementation by 2026, these are some examples. So the future focus is strategy focus on embracing disruptive deep technologies, and robust project management. Very powerful statements. These are the things adopted by RIL. And importance is given to cyber security and data privacy, and similarly to regulatory compliance as well. So this sustainable value chain integration is done both at the upstream as well as at the downstream. Whereas at the middle, you can see RIL operations, Reliance India. The left side, you see upstream suppliers, whereas at the downstream, we see customers, suppliers and customers. And at the middle, we got operations, SIPOC, supply, input, operations, output, and customers. SIPOC analysis, we call this. So here we got enforced code of conduct. Code of conduct is enforced. Green packaging is encouraged and it is done. Packaging is done green. Only such products are bought by this company. Only such vendors are selected. That way, upstream sustainability is maintained. Scrubber fitted vessels are purchased. Local capacity building, that is make in India. Local capacity building, not importing from other countries. Local talent, local power. So make in India. So these are the upstream measures that were taken or being taken also. Whereas downstream measures, managing surplus petrochemical fuel markets, timely deliveries, unmatched value propositions, diversified product portfolios across regions. So this way, these measures are taken downstream to ensure that the sustainable value chain is kept integral. Sustainable procurement directly enhances brand reputation and downstream customer loyalty. So we see human rights and ethical governance here. In business, there is zero tolerance for corruption, no corruption at all. Unethical payments are not there. Everything is transparent. This is all supported by stringent international internal code of conduct and transparent grievance addressal systems. Global standards are maintained. They are in total alignment with United Nations Global Compact principles. And labor relations are good, focus on job satisfaction, employee retention, local regulatory adherence to prevent productivity loss. All these measures are taken to maintain corporate integrity. And see this pyramid here, safety pyramid. Safety, security, and disaster preparedness pyramid is presented here. HSE CASHI, that is change agents for safety, health, and environment framework. So this provides safety for persons and it overrides all production targets. So production targets are only secondary. Safety is primary. So this is all cash is about. CASHE. The next one would be disaster management, manufacturing sites built with a loss prevention design philosophy. Rigorous emergency drills, robust business continuity plans. These are adopted. So to prevent or to manage disasters, disasters can't be prevented. An earthquake can't be prevented. Floods can't be prevented. They would occur on their own. Maybe on a long term we can prevent them, but we can't stop an earthquake. Only we can manage it. We can reduce the loss. We can manage it. We can be prepared against it. That is disaster management. So robust disaster management practices are adopted in Reliance India Limited. And the next one is global corporate security, multi-domain team of former sovereign uniform forces. These operate 24/7 to manage geopolitical and industrial threats. This is at the highest level. Global corporate security is provided. So this way, safety, security, and disaster preparedness are part of RIL. This is what is presented by RIL in that report, CSR report. See how strong and powerful, how positive this report is. A very nicely prepared report. So coming to the conclusion, maximizing the shared values, proactive ESG management, and sustainable growth opportunities result in long-term financial resilience and inclusive growth. ESG risk management is to be done proactively, not reactively, not after the event or disaster has occurred. It has to be done even before, proactive planning and execution. And sustainable growth, if these two are clubbed together, this would give long-term financial resilience and inclusive growth. Through the We Care ethos, Reliance secures its market leadership while building a legacy of inclusive and sustainable growth for Viksit Bharat. So all this is presented in this BRSR report in section 1. So this we come to the end of this PPT presentation. Now I have got one small mind map. I have prepared a mind map of what this BRSR is about. I will just show it to you. So considering this to be the BRSR report, I have uploaded this into Google LLM, and the section 1 alone is uploaded here, only the 13 pages to give more brevity and clarity. So Reliance India Limited, this has got divided into 6 parts here. Corporate overview, strategic mission, business activities, workforce inclusion, material sustainability issues, and corporate structure. Corporate overview, if you see, what does it consist of? This was incorporated in the year 1973. We saw this. Headquarters is in Mumbai. Nariman Point we have seen. 39,000 employees, 13,000 paid up capital, 100 plus global markets are being served by this. This is the corporate overview. Strategic mission of Reliance. We care. This was the ethos of philosophy or ethos of RIL. We care. The vision is Viksit Bharat. Inclusive and sustainable growth is its mission. Nation building is its commitment. Compliance is with BRSR in this case, though the others could also be there. In this case, it is BRSR mainly. And various business activities here. The various business activities here are oil to chemicals. Yes. Hello? 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 Webinar. Webinar. Yeah. So the various business, sorry for that. The various business activities here are oil to chemicals. We have seen that this is about 92%. And exploration and production, this was about 3%. The global footprint was there. See the oil and oil to chemicals. It was 92.04% turnover. And this also consists of fuels and petrochemicals, polymers and polyesters. Exploration and production, we got 4.51% turnover. Hydrocarbon extraction, offshore or onshore natural gas. These are explorations. And the global footprint of this, how much is globally its contribution? 50% of exports, 108 exporting countries, 50% into 108 countries, and 77 national locations inside our nation, inside our country. So this is the picture. So this is about business activities. Coming to workforce and inclusion. Employee statistics and diversities are given here. Employees, 33,000 and odd permanent staff, 5,000 non-permanent, of which 94% is male and 6% is female. These are the employee statistics. Diversity and DEI, 14.29% of female board representation is here. R Shakti career returns are there. DEI charter launch is also there. So this is about workforce and inclusion. Coming to material sustainability issues. Environment stewardship, social aspects, governance aspects. ESG. Environment, social, governance aspects. So in environment stewardships, what are there? We got net carbon zero goal. And we have also seen that it was net positive at one place. So they have net positive goals or goals also. Energy efficiency operations, climate change resilience, circular economy and waste management, water and effluent management. These are the environment stewardship activities taken up. Whereas social activities will see, yes, social. Community development, sustainable supply chain, health safety, disaster preparedness. We have seen the pyramid of disaster preparedness also. Innovation and deep technology, robust deep technology. Disruptive deep technology was the word they had used. Impactful. So such is their activities, social and operational activities. This is a very nicely built BRSR report. So I have taken this for presentation. The other one is governance and ethics. Business ethics and integrity, data privacy, regulatory compliance, grievance redressal mechanism. We have seen how many grievances have come from various sources, and we have seen that share of stakeholders and customers were the maximum in giving their grievances or complaints, and most of them have been resolved. We have seen that a few of them were even left unresolved. We have seen the numbers also clearly in the report. So this is about material and sustainability issues. Coming to the corporate structure of this RIL, we got 312 plus total entities. That is, entities in the sense companies which were either holding or subsidiaries or joint ventures or assistant. So that way we have seen that there are 312 of them. Most of them were subsidiaries and a few were joint ventures. See here, 291 subsidiaries, 13 joint ventures and 8 associate companies. So this is the picture. So this is a total overview of what this report is about. So I think with this, I was able to give you a fair idea of how this BRSR is to be filled, where these BRSR reports are found. I will provide the URL, website address of this in the WhatsApp group. So you can take it and you can refer it. There are more than 1,000 companies which have submitted their BRSR reports. Each and every one is open for educational purposes or for analysis and research purposes. So I'll give you the address. It is present in NSC. In BSc also it is present. In the company websites also it is displayed. And we have seen that Annexure 2, the template of the BRSR we have seen, and we saw a detailed case study of one company, Reliance. So so that we can learn. Since it was a very nicely prepared one, I took that opportunity to learn from it. So that was a about section A analysis of Reliance BRSR report, section section 1. And I also have presented a PPT on what this Reliance was telling. And I have presented you a mind map of the major activities. So with this, I'm coming to a halt here. I'm stopping my presentation here. And I open the session for discussions. Any clarifications? So, my dear participants, I welcome you all to come out with your questions or doubts or queries so that I can also respond and I can clarify them. Also, your feedbacks so that it can be improved in future. We got a total of 15 sessions going, and this is the yes, sir. Please, sir.
I would like to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
How far? I mean, what is your observation about the net positivity? How? I mean, is it really practiced in the market?
Sir, this is their goal actually. Yeah, please.
Okay. Because
yes,
for me, this is the very first time I am listening this excellent point.
Yes.
So just a thought of understanding really people are practicing net positivity or not.
Sure, sir. Before that, we need to see net zero. The target goal of net zero for India is to be attained in the year 2070, whereas globally several countries are targeting it for the year 2050, 2050. So we are yet striving to reach net zero, whereas there are some companies like ITC which have claimed that they have already achieved net zero. So net zero itself is a very big thing. We are all trying to achieve it, maybe even robustly and sincerely also. Government is taking several measures. So net positivity, I should say that it is a goal. It is a very positive ambition. It is ambitious. We should be able to achieve it, but practically I should be saying that it is not yet. We are not yet there. We should be reaching it. It's an aspiration. It's an ambition.
And I would like to ask BRSR, whatever you are sharing the knowledge, how to use this one? I'm as a layman, I'm asking you.
Yes. So this BRSR report can be used by customers or by companies who would like to invest into that business. So if as a layman and me, of course, or you as a customer, if you want to purchase some good or product from one company, or if you want to purchase some shares from a company, Reliance India is there and say Reddy Laboratories are there, or say two similar companies, two pharmaceutical companies are there, which have almost the same capital, which whose metrics are almost all the same, and we are to decide which one would flourish and sustain in the long run, which will have better growth, which would have better sustainability, and which would stand resilient against future perils and risks. So if we are to analyze that, the company's financial metrics alone will not be sufficient. In that case, BRSR report will help us. If we can look through these BRSR reports and if we see that it is perfectly done, and if its prospects are good, if it is resilient enough, good practices are there in that, then we can decide that company to be of benefit to us, and we as customers can go and purchase goods in that company. Similarly, for investors who want to invest into it, say as shareholders or DIS, domestic institutional investors, or FIIs, foreign institutional investors, they too can look into this BRSR reports and come to a clear picture of what these activities are going on inside a company, whether it would stand long, and thus decision can be taken and investors can have confidence in it. That way BRSR can be used by us.
Thank you very much, sir, for addressing my query.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice question. That was indeed a wonderful question. by a learned person, I should say, scholar. Any other clarifications? Okay. In the absence of other clarifications or questions, and a very nice question by Professor Ravinder sir, I thank you all, and I close this session here, and we'll meet in the next session with new inputs. I will give you all the material, the PPTs, the Reliance India report, BRSR template, and the mind map. Everything I will give it to you so that you can also utilize it free of cost. We are providing this to you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to share it all to you. Thank you all very much. With this, we are stopping this session. Thank you.